What's up guys, good afternoon. My name is RealBiotSavart and today I'm gonna show you a quick video of the build that I modified recently. So this is called Aggro Deck or Modified Aggro Deck, whatever. Idea is pretty simple and it really is a fun deck and creates lots of crazy situations like where you can have 6 copies of arcane missiles in your hands. And then when you put the flamewaker and start casting those arcane missiles, you get crazy DPS burst spell power, not power but spell damage. You can almost kill your enemy with just that. So let's go take a look of the cards and some plays that goes along with it. So the main cards that you must have are the Rhonin. Death Rattle adds 3 copies of arcane missiles to your hand, and the arcane missiles with the synergy of the flamewaker can really put a hurt on your enemies. Now you can also do a little shenanigans with the Rhonin. For example, if you add the horseman, what's his name? Baron Rivendare, then you can have 6 copies of the arcane missiles in your hand instead of 3. But you can keep the Baron with the use of the either Echo of Medivh or say Faceless Manipulator or little disoriented or duplicate. Duplicate works pretty well to cast a Rhonin, and first duplicate and then Rhonin. Then you can have all the arcane missiles you ever need. Okay, moving on. Arcane missiles, then we have our mirror image, clockwork gnome for spare parts and other cheap spells you can synergy with flamewaker, mana worm, flame cannon, frostbolt. These are just to buff your mana worm and get rid of your enemies. Unstable portal, well, you never know what you're gonna get. Knife juggler works with the mirror image as well as the taking out your opponent's small minions if they go some sort of aggro deck. Sorcerer's Apprentice, really good, works well with the Emperor Risen. You can get those already cheap spells to cost even less. Flamewaker, already went through that. Mirror entity, now you can replace this with effigy if you want, but I think this is pretty well. Arcane intellect, 2 of those, or also just to draw cards, works well with the mana worm and the flamewaker if that's the case. Spellslinger, also you never know what you're gonna get. Pretty good minion, and then you can get those spells. Again, works well with the already mentioned combos. Fireball, just in case, and then we have Rhonin and Emperor Risen. So that's the basic deck structure, and we already talked about those synergies and combos. So idea is to either steamroll already in the early game with the small minions and spells, but you can also wait for the Risen to come or Rhonin and then hit your flamewaker and all those arcane missiles. Now another idea is to get for example this guy with spell damage, and then you add the Rhonin and then you start hitting those arcane missiles. And also go to crafting. Now I don't have this hero, but this guy. The first caster play the Rhonin, then this guy, and then you have all sorts of arcane missiles, and the power works pretty well, I think. So that's it guys for this deck. Mad deck, Modified Aggro Deck.